Hello, so today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to get custom DLC on Rocksmith 2014 Remastered, the PS3 version specifically. So for this tutorial, you are obviously going to need a modded PS3. It doesn't matter which custom like firmware you're using. You can just have a regular custom firmware or PS3 hen. I'm using PS3 hen. This just requires access to the directories of your PlayStation. And for that, you're going to want to use FTP, or you can use Multiman, but I'm going to be using FTP. So you are going to want to have an understanding on how to obviously FTP into your PS3. There's other tutorials on how to do that. I'm not going to cover it in this one, but they're there. They're on YouTube. You are going to need Windows. This is a virtual machine. Most people just have a regular Windows install, but I'm using a Linux host. I did try and run this through Wine, but a requirement for the tool we're going to be using, our toolkit, requires Java 8, and I couldn't get that running under Wine. And that brings us to our next thing. We are going to need Java 8 installed on your computer. This is just the x64-bit version, as well as RS Toolkit. I will put links to both of these in the description. Next, you are going to want your ps3 file, custom DLC. Those can be gotten from Custom Forbes website. You just have to create an account like I did, and then go to Ignition for search. Once you're here, it will just ask you to confirm to log in, and then you can search whatever songs you want, and you can download them via the download button that's right here. It's usually like MediaFire, Google Drive, Mega NZ is what I've seen. But that's all you have to do here. I've got Horse with No Name by America. So I already have Java installed, so I don't need to run that. So once you just have to extract this RS toolkit. Once you get that, you can open it. If you want, you can run this tool right here, the create toolkit shortcut. All it does is creates a shortcut to the Rocksmith toolkit GUI in this folder here. But it's just run this. Once you run that, it'll show you release notes and then give you the first time configuration. So for this tool, we're only really using the converter. So if you already have Java installed, you can just select target platform for PS3. The converter side, so it's auto set. The reason we need Java also is because the PS3 converter uses Java for whatever reason. But once that's all set up, you just have to click choose CDLC and convert. Go over to your file right here, and then it will convert it. So you can see it now says DLC was converted from PC to PS3, and there is a new file where the original file was, and it's now an edat file. You can close that if you're done converting all your files, and now you can go over to your PS3 FTP, go over to dev HDD0, game, and then for the US copy, it is BLUS 31182. Oh, 82. In here, you'll see the trophy directory and the user directory. We go to user directory, and you'll know you're in the right folder because you'll have the ebootup bin patcharchives.psarc rocksmith 2014.self and the RS1 compatibility DLC. At first, the DLC folder will not exist. You are going to have to make that. I've noticed that even if you have real DLC installed, I don't think it creates this folder. Once you create the folder, you can come in here and you can see I already have some songs in here. With the new edat file, you just kind of drag that over. Once it copies fully, you can close out of that and head over to your PS3. Once you're over at the PS3, you can start up Rocksmith 2014. You are going to want the latest patch of the game. It'll ask you to update once you start the game for the first time. You'll know you have it updated when it says remastered on it, because if you don't update it, it just says that it's the 2014 version. Once we get in, if you go to learn a song, your song should be here. As you can see, Horse with No Name by America is now here. So that is all you need to do to get custom DLC on the PS3 version of Rocksmith. I've noticed there wasn't really any tutorials, so that's why I've created this one. And for what is online, I've noticed people sort of just ignore this version of the game, which I can understand. But for the people who just want to play the PS3 version, here you go. Here's how to get your custom DLC.